Coach, for my money, it's the best time of the year, playoff football time, as postseason action descends upon FedEx Field just outside of D.C. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, as we've got a great one in store between the Carolina Panthers and the Washington Redskins. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. He rifles one that's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Geis with a carry on second down. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Now Haskins to throw it. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down.
Dustin Hopkins on for the field goal, a 34-yard attempt.
Hopkins' kick is good. Every possession in the postseason magnified, and look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit, so every point is precious.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side. Because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
And the Panther 1st down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First carry for the Boise State Bronco, Alexander Madison. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Ajayi. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A gain there of 21 yards.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. On the ground, it's Geis. 2nd down, a little more productive than 1st. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Ready. Go to base. 54. Mike, 54. You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Haskins on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Bridgewater. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. Just 3 catches in the wild card victory for him a week ago, and now he's got his first here, and it's good for a 1st down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Bridgewater. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Mike, 55. 55.
Bridgewater. Open man is Robbie Anderson. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down.
It's a gain of 20. And a Panther 1st down.
Here we go. Here we go. Took the outlaw. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Mike, 55.
Bridgewater on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Though we've seen some good pressure defensively already here in the 1st quarter, here's another good example.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Bridgewater to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. They go play action. Bridgewater. Open man is Anderson. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins 36. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the Redskins' 36-yard line.
Hey, come on.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd down. Bridgewater. And he's got the hook up to Moore. Last week in that wild card win, only 1 catch, and now he's got his 1st catch here, and it's good for a 1st down. I love that play, because in the snow you think run, run, run. Big passing play there.
And defenders hate it, especially in open space, because trying to come under control, break.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out, and the Panthers have taken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Redskins 3.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their third possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. On first down, this is Geis. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line.
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
On the draw, this is Love. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Fourth down now after a loss of 2. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, first and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
From just shy of midfield, Bridgewater. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback.
And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Now it's Ajayi. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off.
Set, hut, with the flash. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Second and 12 at the 20-yard line.
On the set. Set. Watch the screen. 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 Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Basket.
On second and 12, Bridgewater flush to his right. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. They run with Ajayi. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Fourth down, and here's Graham Gano now in the field goal unit for the Panthers. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
That's it, baby. To go first.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They start on the ground with Geis, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, second down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that, got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. On second and 12, Haskins nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. This is Geis. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Now Callaway on the return. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
They're on 36-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
To throw, Bridgewater. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. A big play there just before halftime. 42 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Bridgewater. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll throw again. Bridgewater completes it to Ajayi. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. Gano's kick is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for. Taken.
Let's go!
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now a give, right side, it's Geis. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
Washington Redskins, first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Set hut, get to the flag. They can't hang with us.
Geis. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
At the Panthers' 37-yard line.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Let's go now. 52 to Pittsburgh. 52 to Mike. All day, baby, all day. Yes, boss. 52 to Mike, boy, 52.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Check, 47. And we got to get to the ball.
Here's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
I'm coming after you. Check, 55 to Mike. Check, 55 to Mike. Hey, keep it up, keep it up. Mike,
Throwing is Bridgewater. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
A gain of 7 and a Panther 1st down.
So a little more space to operate now. 1st and 10 from right around the 12. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. On 2nd down, Bridgewater again. And he's got it complete to Anderson. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Brandon, there have been some memorable snow games for championships in the NFL. 1948, Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Cardinals.
Well, the most famous one in my lifetime, I think, is got to be 01, right? Raiders, Patriots, to send the Patriots to the Super Bowl.
You had to go to the tuck roll, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's one people remember. But I also know this. In Miami, the infamous one, the snowplow game in New England, when they went out there and the Patriots had a guy come out and clear a spot on the field for their field goal kicker to kick the game winner.
Is that 82?
That was 82, and the Dolphins fans will never forget it.
Well, we're not seeing one of those famous games here, but it's fun to be in the snow nonetheless. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. Slam. Go.
Throwing, Bridgewater. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. This is a Ajayi. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now a handoff, Geis going right. He's got a 1st down past the 30. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. 17 yards that time and a Washington 1st.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. 2nd down, Haskins looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now a run with Geis. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. And he's going to get this inside the 30. He finds his way into the secondary again on this drive. They might want to try getting him down a little closer to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, what do they call that? Third level run. First level being the D-line and linebacker. Second level in the secondary, the third. When you block it up well and you make the secondary do all the tackling, that will wear on a defense.
Here we go.
Here's Geis. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. The Redskins on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now it's Haskins. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to make it 4th down. And Hopkins hangs this one out to the right. Missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, just an absolute killer. A chance to get this back within 1 score.
All hope not gone yet. But at the same time, you're exactly right. They needed to get back within 1 score and have a motivated defense take the field in order to get it back for them for one last big drive.
They'll begin the drive with a jive. And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
All day, every day.
Bridgewater now. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Switch.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Running to start the drive is Love. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the 2nd half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Haskins to throw. This one completes to Kelvin Harmon. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Brings up third and 8.
Coming to you, coming to you.
Third down. Here's Haskins. Connects here with a tight end, Jeremy Sprinkle. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have the first down as he's marked down just shy of the 20. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. At first glance, I wasn't sure he got it. Then I saw that spot. Definitely a first down.
It was, but boy, on the other side, you dispute it a little bit, wouldn't you? Okay, if you're playing defense, are you sure he got there? But that's why they tell you all the time, don't just get what you need, get a little bit more, and take the decision out of the hands of the officials.
Well, there he needed a yard. He got a yard and maybe an inch.
Shift.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Haskins looking to throw on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A Redskin first down. The pickup 15 yards. Now Haskins. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And he's got this down to the 35. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. On first down, here's Love. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Looking to throw, Haskins. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Jadeveon Clowney in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Now it's Haskins. He's going to let it fly. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And as a result, their playoff run may end right here.
Ready? Hey, hold on. Pick me up. Here we go.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him. Ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds and keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? The Redskins on third down, putting an extra man here in the secondary. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Washington, thanks for watching, and good night, everybody.